everyone, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel, Create with Tina. I'm here in my craft room and I have been busy playing with some fun new stamps, dies, and papers that I wanted to get my hands on for a little while, but have been a little bit busy. So today in this video, I'm going to show you what I've been working on using the Nature's Symphony stamps and the Nature Symphony die set together, and then also the Nature Walk DSP. I am excited because I have designed a 6-card kit using those products, and the cards are so pretty and they make great masculine cards, which is something I hear a lot from you guys, that you don't have enough masculine ideas or products to make masculine things with. So today I'm going to leave a little bit of that, and I got this done so that I could get started on my scrapbook workshop kit also with the same products. So let me just quickly give you a sneak peek of what I am going to show you. But what I want to do is actually flip the camera down to my desk so you can see all of the projects up close and personal, and then I'll be sure to tell you at the end how you can recreate these items yourself. So thanks for joining me today, and let's look at my desk. Okay, everyone. First, I want to show you the papers because I know I haven't shown you those yet. I just showed you the die bundle that I'm working with, and of course with Stampin' Up! You can get these separately as a stamp set and a die set, or you can get them as a bundle, and if you get them as a bundle, they're discounted. And the stamps look like this, and I did another video showing you how I have used a Sharpie marker to note where the stamps go on my set, which helps me two ways. It helps me get the stamps back on this sheet efficiently, and it helps me know if I'm missing a stamp. And then I've shown in subsequent videos how I store my die cuts. I store them on these magnetic sheets in this little envelope, and I just stick that right here inside the new storage envelope from Stampin' Up. And I've done a couple videos on this as well if you want to check them out. But let's talk about the papers that coordinate with this set, because although I could use a ton of different papers with this set, I really wanted to use these because, like I said, so many of you tell me that you don't have enough masculine papers or ideas. So here is the paper. So here is the front side. I call this the green swirls, and then this is the back side of it. So you can see I've been playing. I just have chopped up pieces left. This is garden green, and this is mossy meadow. And then we have this beautiful Secret Sea plaid, and then the back side is this green and blue ombre. And I do use this in my cards. I used it on this particular card, and in my instructions it says to use the bottom of the sheet when you cut your strip, so I'll talk a little bit about that. And then there's this beautiful pretty peacock DSP with this kind of grunge look. You get more solid image, and then you have the fun background there. And then the back side is this cloud cover kind of like notebook paper. I can see this being really fun with my scrapbook layouts. And I actually, again, I'll pull out the same card. This paper right here is what I cut this little leaf guy out of with and then sponged him. And then you get this bright blue Night of Navy paper with, I think, Azure Afternoon or Balmy Blue. I'm not sure which. And then the back side is this beautiful Night of Navy. So really great for masculine things. And then you get this kind of camo army green, which would be really good for sports, or really good for any of you that have military pictures of army pictures you might want to scrapbook. But then the back side is, again, this beautiful, pretty peacock kind of like paint smears. And then this is one of my favorites. This is a word set in pecan pie with the words being in early espresso. And then the back side of it is this fun just squares paper out of crumb cake. So that's the papers I was working with. And then let's talk about what I did. So let me show you the first card. Here is the first card. And what I want you to see is there is a lot of dimension. I hope it's showing up on video with these leaves. And then this is a thank you card layered with that pretty peacock DSP. And I did some stamping. And then I put a piece of white cardstock inside and did some more stamping. But I wanted to talk to you about attaching the leaves. So you have a couple of options. You can just attach them like I did. I used some glue dots, or if you're good with liquid glue, which I'm not, you can just add some adhesive up here and you can add them down. Or you can take our adhesive sheets that Stampin' Up sells. They come in 6x12 strips, and they're really nice because they're perforated. And so I have this piece of two-tone cardstock right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the adhesive sheet on. Oops, and there, you just got to get it up with, try not to pull off much of the adhesive. It's okay if some comes off. And I am going to set a piece down. So I just cut a piece of adhesive sheet that was big enough for the die cut. And then because it's perforated, you can then pull off the next piece. And that allows you to get it down on whatever you're wanting to add adhesive to without having this big long piece or a big square that you're trying to get down flat at once without bubbles. So that's how you would put it on, and then you would just die cut it normally. So I have one I already did. It's the magic of video. Okay, so this one I'll save for another use. So you can see I've got the adhesive on the back side, and I just ran it through the die cut machine, and you can see how having it, especially for this little die, would be a lot easier than trying to attach it down. Let's see. I'm going to grab scissors because I don't know where that pick-me-up tool or the tool I can't remember the name of ever. So then you're just going to push it out of the die. I'm going to open these scissors. That's what I have. And remove it from the die. Okay, and then you'll see, there we go. It's so nice because the adhesive is already on it, and so then you can just stick it right on your card, okay? Now, here is a fun thing for this particular card. I cut this in half, and I used the big piece on this side. I think you guys can see that. And then I layered the small piece over here so that the two layers were opposite in the way the leaves went. So then you would just remove the adhesive, and if you didn't want to remove the adhesive to all the way to all these leaves because you wanted some movement, you wouldn't have to. Okay, you could just pull up part of the adhesive, tear it off, and leave these down. Now another thing I did was I just used my fingernail, just like this, to curl the leaves to get a little bit of dimension. So no fancy tool, just my fingers, which you guys, if you followed me for very long, you know that I often just use my fingers for a lot of things because they're always with me and I know how to use them, unlike other things that I'm awkward with. So you can just curl it, but look how fun that is. Then let me see if I'll just lay it flat. See if you guys can see that. I'll zoom in. But it gives a little dimension right off of the page. So that is a little trick I have about, whoops, let's zoom out a little, about using these dies, and especially these little dies. Adhesive sheets are gonna be your friend. All right, so that's one of the cards. Now I'll go ahead and show you this card. Okay, so this card I already talked about, and I said I use the green circles DSP up here, and I use that blue DSP there, and then I just ink blended some and splattered. But one of the fun things to show you about this set is that in it you get two kind of unique dies that make design cuts right in your paper. So one of them is this guy right here, and one of them is this guy right here. And so you can see on this card that I just ran this die cut right through through my embossing machine and made some fun design details using it. All right, let's show you another card. Let's go into the brown colors. Okay, I love this one. To a Great Guy, very masculine card. I like you lots. You guys, I am a mom to 4 boys, and I have a husband and a brother and brother-in-laws, and I have like 12 nephews. So guys are a big deal in my family. So this card is just using 2 different shades of the brown papers in this set. And again, I did the same thing. I think you can see the detail. I just kind of rolled that up. But then this time I actually stamped on this crumb cake DSP with pecan pie ink, and I cut that die out using this die. So it just gives a different look to this card. And then here's this card right here. I love this because I made it just using scraps that I had left on my desk. And of course, my favorite die set, the Stylish Shapes. If you don't have it, you need to get it. It's a great set. And so I cut the banners out with the Stylish Shapes, and I cut the leaves. I stamped in Secret C. I did a little tearing. Super fun. And then here we're going to get into some fun that I want to show you. This is probably my favorite card, and it's because I love this paper. I made this paper. It doesn't come in the kit, but I was inspired by the colors in the kit, and I call this my ink smooshing technique. I'm sure there is a more technical term, but that's what I'm calling it. And so I thought I would demonstrate it real quick for you guys. So let me zoom out a little. And I'm just I chose 4 colors, and I'm gonna use Mossy Meadow. You guys can see that. And Lost Lagoon. Even though I haven't used Lost Lagoon on any other cards, I wanted to get a lighter blue in there. Pretty Peacock and Garden Green. And then you're gonna need a big block of your choice. And then all you're gonna do is I'm gonna start with my lightest ink pad, and I'm gonna get some ink on the block. And since this is a light color, I'm kind of adding a lot of it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Pretty Peacock around there. And then Garden Green as well, a little bit of that. And then a little bit of Mossy Meadow. So nothing fancy, and I'm guessing most of you are familiar with this technique, but there is my block, and I'm going to move these out of the way, and I have a paper towel in case I need it. And then this is just water in this little sprayer that I'm going to use, and I'm going to just finely mist the block. And sometimes I do more because I really want the ink to blend. You'll see, and that's why I have the paper towel, so that if I get too much and I get carried away, I can dry things. So I'm gonna dry the background, and then I'm just gonna, I even like to tilt my block and really get some of those colors blended. But it's as simple as that. And in the tilting of the block, if anyone comes off, that's why I have my paper towel. And be warned, you'll probably end up with ink on your hands and be messy. And then all I'm gonna do, get this out of the way, is, whoops, there you go, see, I made it drippy, is add the block to a piece of basic white cardstock. I think basic white thick cardstock would work really well, and that's it. And I've made my own piece of smushed ink DSP. Now also another one that would work really well is the fluid watercolor paper would work really well. And so now you just need to let that dry. And I am kind of impatient because you guys know part of my style, part of who I am as a crafter is I like quick but beautiful. So you've seen that in my layouts. A lot of my layouts, they go together so quickly, but they're still super beautiful. They don't have super complicated techniques in them. So I would use my heat tool, and I would dry this. I would dry it some from the front, and I would dry it some from the back. And once it's dry, you can have pieces that look like this. So I did just messing around with all different ones. Here's one that got a drip on it, but I'll probably use this part. But you can do this with all kinds of color combinations. And so that is how I did this card right here. And you can see there's white areas where the ink didn't blend enough, and that's still very, very pretty. And then you can see I still did the paper curling with my fingernail to get that dimension on my card. So that is the next card. I haven't stamped on the inside, but I did do the little die cut piece on the inside. And then here's the last card of the kit, and you can see I utilized the stylish shaped dies right here to cut out a circle. I used the two largest, and the circle is from one of these pieces of smushed ink paper, smushed dyed paper, and I just put the card together, and you can see why using an adhesive sheet on that tiny little leaf is super, super helpful, because it just puts it right down. Okay, and then the inside of the card, I had some torn paper left on my desk, and I put it down. And that's kind of a secret with me. I tend to use whatever is on my desk. So if it's on my desk, I'm going to play with it and make it work. That was on my desk. It could have gone in the garbage, but it didn't. I just put it on my desk. So that is what I have been designing with the Nature's Symphony cards. And now what I have done is I have created a PDF tutorial. If you would like to recreate these, it shows you all the cutting dimensions. It has photos of the cards with basic instructions for putting them together, and it also has the ink smooshing technique tutorial on that as well. And I'm going to put that on my website, scrapbookworkshopkits.com. And I will link it below. And there's several other PDF tutorials on there, but making card tutorials is kind of a newer thing. I haven't done many. The first one I did was the lovely blossoms. So this will be on my website, and right now Stampin' Up! Is having free shipping, I think just through today or tomorrow. So it's having it, I can't remember, it's a 3-day sale, and it started on the 18th of February. So 18th, 19th, and 20th. So the free shipping goes through the 20th. So you can get this tutorial two ways. You can go to my website and purchase it, or if you purchase the bundle, or the products that you need to create this. So it's the Nature Symphony Bundle. It's the Stampin' Die bundle. I'll send it to you for free as well. And as always, I have a group on Facebook, a private Facebook group, and I share a lot of crafty inspiration there. So if you are interested in joining that group, I'll link it below and you can check it out. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys like these cards. I hope you feel like, yes, I can make more masculine items, and I hope you like this technique. So I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.